Bro, these YouTube plays have had the worst luck. But don't you worry, bro. We're gonna switch up the strategy. Basically on YouTube, man, I've been sharing like 3-man slips, right? And then I put them out into the universe on YouTube for free for everyone. And I don't know what happens, bro, but players that I always trust, that always cash me, backed up by projection. And the normal formula that has brought me so much success just completely fails, man. Now, I'm not saying that this is an excuse or anything. All I'm saying is it's a trend that I've noticed only with the YouTube slips. Because as I've mentioned before, we have been pretty successful in the server, and that's why we're growing like crazy, and that's why members are staying, and I'm getting messages that they're staying for life, bro, and that they're renewing their subscription, and we got some ride or die guys in there, man. So shout out to all the bandits, bro, in the server. You guys are the ones. I appreciate all the support, and you guys know I'm always here to try to make the server better for all of us, with better picks, better projections, and just a better environment where we could discuss picks, man. So if you guys click for some free picks that are data driven and backed up by projections, then you came to the right place, bro. But I'm gonna keep it real with you guys because I don't like to lie. We've been having bad luck with slips when I share a 3-man. So today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna break down one matchup, and I'm gonna give you guys 6 of my favorite picks. I'm gonna explain why and which ones you should pair with each other to make them correlate, and just different combinations. We'll go over it. I'm gonna give you guys a whole sheet of projections for free, and we're gonna discuss every single pick. You guys will feel free to make your own slips based on the information I provide. I just think this is a good way to break this little curse on YouTube, man. I really want to bring you guys value. I promise I'm not just yapping, bro. I'm trying to get you guys right, man. With that being said, I'm just gonna give you guys a little recap of what happened today in the server, because I know I didn't post a video yesterday. I'm just gonna show you guys what happened today in the server, man. So this is my Discord server. This is my channel, Jared, where I basically post my 2 to 3 slips a day. The slips that I personally put my own money on. You see, I'm very open about the amount I put on and basically what it is. I just share my slip with everyone. If they decide to tell me, you guys could adjust your bankroll. But basically, I give you guys the opportunity to tell me directly if you guys want to tell me directly, right? So that's what I do every day. I usually post like 2 to 4 slips, 2 to 3 slips, depending on the slate and what's on. I do live plays for Call of Duty. I'm very active in there, man. Every day I'm getting action, and usually we're profitable every day. So this was today, man. We started off with this last night, right? I posted this last night. It was like a little waking cash. You see these matches happened at like 2 a.m. And yeah, I had Kragan for 31 kills, Youngster for 15 headshots, Clax for 32 kills, right? This is what I posted. We threw some $sign emojis right here, and then some 4-leaf clovers for good luck, right? And obviously I always tell the members to flex. I'm a big flex guy. I like to flex all the plays I do, because gaining small profits is always better than losing, right? It's just common sense, bro. Don't get greedy. Slowly build your bankroll, especially if you're like us and you do this every day, man. That's always something I say. But nonetheless, I didn't take my own advice, man. I said 25 bucks on a power play for the 125. I wanted to wake up to something good, right? Sure enough, I woke up, man, and this is what I got. The day I don't flex, man. This power play, right? I get hooked by the 0.5 on Youngstar, man, and actually he cleared his kills by 1. So it was just unfortunate. This 60% headshot guy ends up having like a 40% headshot that day, so I lose 25, right? So when I woke up at 4:37 a.m. and saw that, I instantly, half asleep, locked in this 4-man, said flexing now, threw another 25. So that's $50, right, for today already invested. I hit this right here, right? I think these guys got blown out. This match was really quick, but I think I got like 2 out of 4 out of this, so lost that too. So now I'm down 50 today, man. One by a hook and one was just a bad slip. Unlucky, right? So that's $50 down. So I was like, okay, so I locked in and I threw this one in at around 6 a.m. Once I saw I was down 50, I was like, going for a power play one more time, but you should flex for obvious reasons, right? But I threw 40 on this one. I saw the research and I felt really good about it, so I threw 40 bucks and I power played it, man. Flamus for more than 21 headshots, B-Nox for 16, Patsy for 16, right? So now at this point I've invested 90 bucks, and then I also threw 10 bucks on this 3-man here. It was just like another light research play that I threw $10 on, right? Another little power play. So I was going for 250 off of 50 bucks. I was down at this point. I've invested $100 today, right? I've invested $100 on like 4 slips for the day, which is cool. I'm willing to risk that, right? So I threw these in, man, and sure enough, this guy ends up coming through for us and cashing. $40 power play, turned it to 200. So but we cashed, man. You can see Patsy cleared his lines. He got like 30 headshots. B-Nox got like 18, and then Flamus, he's always a headshot demon, man. He got 24 out of 21. So W's, you see the members going crazy right here. I said, can I get a yeah? And they started going crazy down here, man. So shout out to the members. We cash. We always find a way to green, bro. And like I said, it's like I usually do 2 to 4 slips a day. I risked $100, so I mean, if I was to miss all slips, I would have known that I'm down 100. I gotta make it up the next day, right? And you know, it's just bankroll management. It's something I always preach in the server. All the members are starting to adapt, get accustomed to this strategy. Yeah, man, we cashed this, and like I said, this is something new that I'm starting to do in my server, just to keep a summary every single day of where we are. So today's summary, amount placed on slips was $100. Amount won on slips was $200, and so today's profit was $100, right? We invested 100, got 100 back, $100 profit today. So a day that could have looked bad. I mean, dude, honestly, that hook from Youngstar could have made it like a very profitable day, and we would have been going even more crazy. But as you can see, I'm telling these guys, gonna start doing this to remind y'all to control your bankroll. 20 members gave me a green check mark right here, so that they're looking forward to that. We're just gonna keep tabs on our earnings, man, and that's just something I want to do to bring more value to the server, so you guys can know when I'm on a hot streak, when I'm starting to go through a slump. You guys could tell what you choose to tell, man. It's at the end of the day, it's your money, and all I'm doing is providing the opportunity for you guys to tell me directly, right? That being said, this isn't all you get, man. This is just a little bonus. What you guys would actually get is my projections, right? This is what I base all my slips off of. These are my projection models. As you can see, I already posted one here. I'm gonna have more up tonight for the matches tonight as soon as I post this video, right? And I'm gonna give you guys a free one in this video, so stick around for that. But yeah, I'm gonna have a few more of those up tonight, so you guys can build your own slips off of just projections if that's what you guys want to do. But you guys also have the opportunity to tell me directly. Not to mention, we have all these other channels where mods post their slips for other sports, and basically anything and everything that you could bet on Prize Picks or Underdog or whatever you use, we got mods that post slips for that. So very active community, man. We got all these chats, very active community. The community shares slips all day as well, man. So if you guys like to be active 24/7, there's always some sort of action going on in there. It's just a great place to be, man. Just like-minded individuals that want to make bread every day on the side. So you guys are interested, man, hit that link down below. It's only 50 cents a day. You're gonna get my projections, my daily slips, all the mods, and all these chats with a great community, man. So it's only 50 cents a day. It's $15 a month. Getting this value at your fingertips every single day, guys. I mean, it's definitely worth your 50 cents a day. And like I said, I'm very transparent, man. If you sign up today and you want to see how we did yesterday, you're gonna be able to go to my channel now and see how much we put in, how much we lost. And I'm gonna start doing that every day on my channel, so you guys can see that, man. So you guys can see when I'm chalking, you guys can see when I'm on a streak, man. I'm going crazy. And like I said, Call of Duty's my bread and butter, man. Today we're gonna do some CS. We've been doing some CS2, but odds on the weekends we do live plays, and you guys know we go crazy on those, man. I've showed you guys the receipts for those, man. We do live plays once we see map releases, and we just go crazy in chat. So a lot of people are hyped for that this weekend, but for now we're gonna do some CS, man, and try to make another $100 or more tomorrow. So I'll have my slips posted tonight here once I'm done with all my projections, and I kind of pick my favorite threes, make some power plays, some two-man, some whatever it is I end up doing, right, depending on the slate. I'm gonna post them up here tonight. So if you guys want access to those, hit the link, man. The link is gonna take you here. It's gonna take you to this page right here, and you're gonna scroll down. You're gonna hit join, man. This is $15 a month. You're gonna get the daily slips, all our research, the best community, bro. Like, simple as that. You can read through all this to see exactly what you're getting, and then just hit join. It's gonna link you to the Discord, and it's gonna upgrade your role from Goblin to Bandit, which is our premium members. We're the prop bandits, so you'll get access to all our premium channels, man. So if you're interested, if that's something you think you'd be into, man, hit the link, and I can't wait to see you guys in there. But aside from that, let's get straight into the 6 picks that I got for you guys today. Now, this is the matchup I want to look at. It's bleed versus alternate attacks, right? So looking at this thing, first thing we're gonna look at is up here. For those of you who don't know, this is the projection models that I make, which is what you get every day on the server. But basically what I do is I predict the maps that we're gonna see, and I make map combinations, right? I use their recent stats on those maps that are predicted to give me like headshot percentages, kill per rounds, and I create projections based off of those maps, their performances on those maps, and how many rounds I think are going to be played on those maps if they do end up picking them, right? So that's my whole strategy to CS. There's a lot of info on HLTV, so I use that to my advantage, and I've been very profitable using this strategy, man, and obviously the community loves it as well. So that's the whole gist of what I do, man. These are the models here that I create, the projections. So first thing you want to look at is up here, and I color coded and highlighted for easier understanding, man. I know it's a little confusing at first, but I'll walk you through it. So up here, this is the overall how I feel about this matchup. So I got it highlighted yellow, which means it's kind of like risky, like it's in the middle. It could be a blowout or it could be a banger kind of thing. And the reason why it's highlighted yellow is because first of all, we got 80 to 20 odds favoring bleed. So most people think that bleed is gonna run through alternate attacks, right? That is a possibility. But the reason why it's not just highlighted red is because bleed has better form down here, but it's not significant enough for me me to be like they're gonna get slammed. So I think there is a chance that they get 2-0'd, but I do think we should see some sort of competition. You know, the map should go maybe the distance, but they could also be blowouts. But I'm thinking that it's gonna be kind of neutral, which is why we projected 13-8s, right? So you got 13-8 on Mirage, 13-8 on Overpass, and a 13-9 on Anubis. Now this is based off of the average rounds won and losses and average rounds lost and wins. So a good stat to use for every map. Just give you an idea of how many rounds they usually take when they lose and how many they give up when they win, right? So that's how we come up with our round projections. Now map combinations are basically this. I'm thinking that we're definitely gonna see Mirage, right? I think Bleed is gonna have the upper hand on them because they're gonna ban their usual ban, and Mirage is actually their second ban, and Bleed does like to play Mirage. So that being said, I think we're definitely gonna see Mirage. Bleed should pick Mirage, and that's our map predicted one, right? Now Overpass and Anubis is one of the maps we think that alternate attacks is gonna choose, right? So we don't know which one. It's kind of hard to put a finger on it. Both have good reasoning why they would pick each one. We can't put our finger on it, so we're just gonna do projections for both and put them up here on our map combinations. So this is maps 1+2, which is Mirage and Overpass, and this is maps 1+3, Mirage and Anubis, right? So this is giving us two projection combinations to look at, to compare across, to try to find consistency across all map combinations, right? So just simple, straightforward, and like if you want to look for the overs, you don't want to freak out if you thought it was going to be Overpass and you saw Anubis instead. Like you want to be like, okay, we knew that was a possibility, so we still should be okay. Because as you guys all know, maps are pretty much the most important thing when it comes to esports and competition and trying to predict who's going to go over or under, right? Players are better on certain maps, teams are better on certain maps. That being said, I'm just gonna go over the 6 picks that I kind of liked here. Starting off with the overs, man. If you think this map is gonna be a banger, these projections are based off of 13-8s, 13-8s, and a 13-9. So Cypher's clearly flying over this line, man. He's projected 37 on Mirage and Overpass, and he's projected 34 on Mirage and Anubis. So this guy's clearly been killing, man. He's got a 0.79 KPR, 0.98 KPR, and a 0.81 KPR, which is why his projections came out so high. These are pretty standard rounds, so if it does go even further the distance, man, this guy, and if he plays to his stats in the last month on these maps, then he should definitely have a field day tomorrow, and he should probably get over his line, man. Now Cypher currently has a line at 31, which could be scary if you're expecting a blowout, right? It's kind of like a high line, but pretty standard for top tier players, man. 31's a fair line, I'd say, especially when they're projecting 34 and 37. As you can see, I only highlight the plays that are going over by 3 kills or under by 3 kills, so that's where I'm finding value, right? The discrepancy is more than 3, so that's bringing me value. That means that we're getting about 3 rounds of space in case instead of seeing 13-8s, we see a 13-5. According to his KPR in the last month on that map, he should still reach his line, right? That's what we call value, right? It's giving us room for error on our projections, and it's just making it a slightly safer bet. That being said, we're gambling on human beings, not on statistics. So it's always important to know that these are people, man. For all you know, Cypher's gonna have a headache tomorrow and just completely flop. Maybe he's not gonna be having one of those days where he's shooting straight, man, and he's gonna whiff some kills and whatever, you know. Anything can happen. It's always a roll of the dice, but we try to make educated decisions. And Cypher right now seems to be a very good one, man. He has a line at 31. He's projected 37 and 34. Both of those are giving us +3 value. So that's definitely a play I want to share with you guys, and you guys decide if you want to lock it into your slip. The next one I want to look at is actually Faven. Now Faven has a headshot line at 15.5, meaning he needs 16. Now obviously you guys can see that he's only highlighted green here, and he's not highlighted green here, but his line is at 15.5, so 18.5 would be +3 value, right? And he's got 18.9 headshots projected here and 17.17 projected here. That's why he's not highlighted. I left him blank because it's basically means there's not enough significant value, but it's still valid. I mean, his line's at 15.5, he's projected 17. That's still like a +2.5 value, so totally fair, man. I mean, I like the fact that he's going over his line by a few headshots. That's giving me good confidence, but it's definitely not as secure as Cypher kills, but still definitely a very valid play, man. And like I said, either one could hit, both could hit, or maybe none could hit, but this is still a solid play, man. He's got on these maps in the last month, he has a 59% headshot rate on Mirage and a 0.74 KPR on Mirage. So that means that he's going to be finding kills, and most of his kills are going to be headshots. Same thing with Overpass, man. He's got a 0.76 and a 61% headshot rate, and then a 0.70 and a 52% headshot rate here. So any map we see, Faven should be getting headshots. Now, with the line at 15.5, if this game goes the distance, he's probably going to get 20 plus. But if it doesn't, he might still clear. I mean, like I said, that's why it's highlighted green. It's giving us room for like 3 rounds in case we don't see a 13-8, in case we see a 13-5. If he plays to his stats, he should clear his headshot line. So that's a solid play you guys could consider for your slip. Now, if you're not one of those guys that wants to go for overs, man, there's always going to be players in the map that go over and players that go under. There's hidden gems. This is just a fact, bro. Even if it's a blowout, usually it's a blowout because one player popped off and then most of the rest of the players went over. So that's kind of the key. You want to find out who's gonna fry and who's gonna flop. So in this case on Bleed, I think it's gonna be either Cypher, Faven, or Hampus that are gonna fry, right? But Hampus isn't giving me enough value for his high ass line, so I just kind of left him alone. But he might pop off, man. But as far as props go, Cypher and Faven are 2 players that I think might have a big day tomorrow. I don't know which one. I can't predict the future, but data suggests it's gonna be one of them. Now the player on Bleed that I think won't have a big day is actually Vladin. Now, Vladin, he has a line at 27, and I think this line is only this high because PrizePicks is expecting this map to be a banger. But they're probably expecting this match to be a banger, and let me just make it simple enough. If this match ends up being a blowout, like some of these bangers sometimes end up becoming, just blowouts, then Vladin is most likely gonna go under, right? I mean, that's just the safest thing. 27 kills, that means you need at least 14 kills to go over and hit 28, right, on each map. Now, if one of those maps is a blowout where everyone only gets like 7 kills, then it's likely that he's not gonna be the one to cook, right? So if you're expecting a blowout, Vladin's a solid under with a line at 27. Usually I don't like going unders on lines that are like 25 just because it's scary, man. If it just goes the distance, even if it's the worst player, they're bound to get a kill or 2 every other round or so, right? So 27's fair. I think 27's a line that's very easy to fall under if it's a short game, which it very well could be. But not only that, he's actually projected 21 and 24 on Mirage, Overpass, and Anubis on these map combinations with this amount of rounds. So there's tons of value there, man. He has a line at 27. Both of these are falling under by 3 or more, especially when it comes to Mirage and Overpass. If we see Mirage and Overpass, Vladin's probably going to have a very bad time if he's playing to his stats, how he's been playing in the last month on these maps. Okay, so simple as that, bro. If he's playing how he's been playing this month, that's probably around the kills he's gonna get if it goes this amount of rounds. If he goes less, it's probably gonna be less. If he goes a little more, it's probably gonna be a little more, but you still have a chance that he goes under. So feel free to lock in your own slip using that knowledge, and I'm gonna move on to the other team, man. Alternate attacks. First, I'm gonna start off with this yellow one. He's highlighted risky because one, he's on the team that's favored to lose, right? Ozek. I do think he has a chance of going over on kills. And let me tell you why. Because 1, this could be a banger. And 2, he's projected 31 kills, 31.72 kills on Mirage and Overpass. And that's due to his 0.85 kill per round average in the last month on Anubis and his 0.62 KPR in the last month on Mirage, right? So these are okay stats, especially the Anubis one. That one's actually very good. So if we do see Anubis, which I personally think we're going to see, we could definitely see Overpass, but I'm leaning more towards Anubis. So Mirage Anubis. So you would probably want to look at this combination if you agree with me. This column here, because that's for Mirage and Anubis, right? So if you think that's what we're gonna see, then look at this column here. If you think it's gonna be Mirage and Overpass, look at this column here. Ozek, if we do see Mirage and Anubis, he's most likely gonna get 30 plus. He has a line at 27.5, man. I mean, there's tons of value there. I mean, 31.72, that's giving us like +4 value, almost +5. So I really like that, man. If we see Mirage and Anubis and this game looks to be competitive on map 1, then I definitely think Ozek's gonna be the one to go over, especially with a line at 27.5. Now, Hyped is the other player that might pop off, right? But I'm gonna stay away from his line. It's a little too high, and they're the team that's favored to lose. That's why he's highlighted for risky, because they are favored to lose 80-20, man. So just keep that in mind. Ozek's a very valid pick, but just know that it's a little riskier because he projected under on Mirage and Overpass. He projected under, but not a significant amount, but he did project under, so he is a little risky. But we might see Mirage and Anubis, and then it'll be looking good. So it's kind of just a coin flip with him, but I thought it was still worth mentioning. Ozek's a very talented player, and he could definitely have a field day tomorrow. That being said, I'm gonna move on to the green that I do feel good about on Bleed's side, man. Now, Arrow might be the hidden gem of today's game, and every game's gonna have a hidden gem. I'm telling you that. Every game's gonna have a guy that everyone slept on, had his under, and he ended up cooking. And that's very frustrating, but I always try to hunt him. And I feel like on this map, it's gonna be Arrow's headshots, man. Now, he has a line at 14.5, meaning he needs 15, right? So what's 14.5 plus 3? 17.5, and he's projected over 17.5 on both these map combinations, man. So that's giving you a +3 value twice on these combinations, and actually even on this combination, which is obviously not going to be what we see, but he's projected 18 headshots. But it's It just means that the guy has been finding headshots, man. And he has a line lower than most people, man. His headshot percentage in the last month on these maps, let me just show you. 77%, 70%, and 60%. And that 60%, man, is with a .71 KPR. So that's a W. This guy should have a line of like 16 right now. Hey, I'll take it, prize picks. If this game goes the distance, this guy's going to be finding domes, man. He's going to be doinking domes. I'll leave it at that. That's what the projections are calling for. Now, the only thing that might be a little worrisome is that his KPR on Mirage is actually pretty bad. It's .51, meaning that it'll basically take him 2 rounds to get 1 kill, right? 0.5. He should be getting a kill every other round, but I mean, with that projection, he's projected to get 10 kills on map 1. 8 of those kills will actually be headshots. So, I mean, I'm very happy with 8 headshots in a map, even if he only gets 10 kills. 8 headshots, and he has a line at 14.5, and he still has a whole other map to get 7 more, and it's going to be a map that his team picks. I mean, I'm down with that, man. He still has a 70% headshot rate here and a 60% headshot rate here. So, he's projected 9 on Overpass and 9 on Anubis with the 8 on Mirage. So, I mean, I feel good about it, bro. I think he might be a hidden gem. He might cash map 1 if it goes like overtime or something, but that might be the hidden gem, man. You guys make your own choices. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but moving on to the 6th and final pick, man, it's actually Sky for the under on kills. Now, just like Vladin, man, same kind of deal. If this is a blowout, if you're expecting a blowout, these are probably 2 guys to pair together, man. I don't know. I mean, it's just 2 unders and, you know, let them correlate. Just think like maybe a little under safety slip, or you could try to get surgical and put maybe Cypher, right? Cypher pops off, blows out Sky. So Cypher overkills and Sky underkills. Like Cypher did all the work and just ended the map quick, ended it with 40 kills, and Sky got like 8. I mean, that's how you want to correlate these to go. However you think the game's gonna play out. You could use, if you don't watch this all the time or you don't have much knowledge on this, you feel free to use my projection sheet and kind of do your own research, right? Never tell blindly. Create your own slip, try to make it correlate. Maybe make 3 slips. If 1 hits, you break even. If 2 hit, that's profit. So you could kind of try to get surgical with it, or join the Discord server and see the exact slips that I locked in with my money over there on the Discord, man. But I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. The link is down in the description. You guys already know. But yeah, Sky, man, he's projected 22 and 22. He has a line at 25.5, which is, like I said, I don't like to go under on these low lines, but I mean, I couldn't ignore it, man. It's giving us the +3 value we're looking for, right? 22. He needs 26, so he's projected 22. That's giving us a -4 value on each map combination. So I mean, the guy just hasn't been playing well on these maps in the last month, so maybe the trend continues and he just does bad. I mean, you got a 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5 across all 3 maps in the last month, and he's played each map in the last month at least 3 times. So that's 3 different times that he had a 0.5. Or I mean, that's solid data, man. I can't ignore it. I think he's gonna go under. The data supports it. I'm gonna let you guys decide. But anyways, that's the 6 picks that I got from this matchup, man. If you like these projection sheets, feel free to join the Discord. It's only 50 cents a day, guys. That's $15 a month. You'll get more of these tonight. I'm gonna have them up as soon as I finish uploading this video. I'm gonna be posting more on the server, and I'll post them right here on this projection sheet. As you can see, I post them every day. So yeah, if you want to just build your own slips across all the projection sheets, that's always a great strat, man. Other than that, you could also tell me over here. Like I said, this is where I'm gonna post more slips tonight and probably tomorrow morning. So like I said, I post like 2 to 3, 4 slips a day. And typically we end up green, man. That's why the community loves it. But that's the 6 picks I got for you guys today. Let me know if you appreciate it, man. Let me know if you appreciate the free picks. Let me know if you're going to join the server. Let me know what slips you guys built with these projections. And aside from that, I hope we make a shit ton of money. And I'll see you guys on the next one.